Hi guys, and welcome back to MCC News. It is August 1st. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it that we're coming into another month of Marvel Contest of Champions. Everything seems to go so quickly, and it does seem at times that Kabam aren't really kind of pushing with regards to the pace. But that's something that we'll touch on in a moment in this video. So without further ado, let's get into the news stories. Now, our first story is the next arena, and it is pretty obvious that we are going to be getting Green Goblin into the game. But there is a big thing going within the community about the issue of if this is correct, and these images look pretty darn solid, that indeed this part here kind of points Green Goblin as being a tech. Ooh, many people on different things with regards to Twitter and even on the forums have been asking the question, well, why the hell is the character going to be tech? And this is something that is very hard to answer, because we all know the kind of logic behind the formula that Osgood created, and as well that Norman Osborn created and subsequently kind of sorted himself out with, so therefore he ingested it. And yeah, so he is like the way he is. He doesn't really feel the need that the tech side of things, or using technology, then altered his kind of presence of the way that he acts. It requires the science in order for him to then go with, right, I need the tech in order to kind of make this villain amazing. Now, I've looked through a lot of the comic book sources to try and see if there's anything that kind of pinpoints an alternate universe that says that, hey, he didn't use the formula, instead he just used tech augmentations, similar to like Nebula Yondu, but I can't find anything. So therefore, the whole thing about him being tech is something that I find incredibly peculiar. I know that they had this little kind of argument within themselves, Kabam, when they put out Ant-Man, and they were like, hey, well, Ant-Man should be a tech. Maybe he's a science used to the pin particles, but they didn't really know what they were doing with that. And I think this may be another case that maybe they're looking at the numbers thing with regards to like who gets less numbers, who gets more numbers. And we do see this year a big push for tech characters where we didn't see quite so much in past years. So this could be where they're going, but it's still something that I kind of think, well, are they going to put Doc Ock as a science, and then that means that Green Goblin is going to be a tech? You know, that kind of logic is kind of like role reversal, and I just think that if they are going to do that, they should change the way with it. So Dr. Octavius is tech and Green Goblin is science. And that argument will just be kind of paralleled with things with regards to, say, Ant-Man, because they're sort of on the same level. I suppose you could then, well, again, Quake and like augmentation, changing of body, changing of kind of function, adding like technology in certain places. It does point more logic to be science as opposed to tech. So hopefully, this isn't true. It is true. So you know, it's sad times. So, perfect timing, just at the point of recording this MCC News video, we finally get a very delayed, I was hoping would have come out a little bit more kind of earlier, but it is what we're to expect in 14.1. Now, I've just had a quick look through, and there's a lot of things that do kind of bring to light, a lot of kind of like generic bugs that are being fixed, a lot of things that I found an issue, other people have found an issue as well. One thing that's incredibly positive out of this update is the extensive kind of game mechanics and fighting mechanics have been altered in such a way that hopefully we all see a great amount of improvement. I myself didn't find any problem with Dormammu, but they have noted that there has been issues with regards to speed and also the kind of movement of the character. And yeah, I can agree with that, but I feel that that's more of a problem on an Android device than it would be on an iPhone. But still, I'm happy to see an improvement with it, and I'd be, you know, glad as a kind of a person that has a 5-star Dormammu that I can have better functionality out of that character. One thing that's disappointing at this update is not being able to see anything relating to Daredevil. That was something that was actually promised to us with regards to improvement there. Whether or not it would come in different functionality kind of improvements with regards to the bugs, maybe they're going to do it in a subtle way, but it would be nice for them to make mention that they were going to do any kind of improvements to the character. based on, you know, I want to use the character a bit more. I've just ranked him up to rank 5. I'm having fun with him, but at the same time I feel that there's stuff with regards to whiffing that needs to be drastically sorted out with that champion. So hopefully that is something that is either being done or to be done, but it would be nice to have it mentioned within some of the notes, especially even the change log, because that's kind of important as an update from Kabam telling us what they're doing with different characters, and you know, is it going to be catapulted into the next update. And the final bit of information is the next event quest. It's Sinister Foes of Spider-Man, and they've got some, you know, alright names like Superior Intellect. It would be nice for them to have some like really kind of decent creative names for the winning of the Master Mode, Heroic, Normal, and Beginner. And the rewards are being stipulated here. It's still like a healthy amount of stuff that we can have, as well as the calendar. Like, we've had an amazing calendar put into the game, which has given us a significant amount of 5-star shards. Keep it up, Kabam, with that. I'd prefer that to be an every month thing personally, but I know you won't come through with that. But still, you know, it's good to see all those things, especially because it's across the board. Everybody gets it, and as well, a lot of people are managing to complete Master, which is great. It's good to see so many people completing it. I think it will come to a point where they're going to have to add in another thing, which is like, I don't know, maybe call it Insane Mode or something, that or Ultimate Mode, whatever mode you want to call it. I think that's the next step that Kabam will need to put in, just to kind of get those people that are going, do you know what, I've got 5-star rank 4s, I'm finding this pretty easy. I think that may have to be a next step for Kabam to go. So guys, thanks very much for watching this MCC news. If you want to look at any of the articles discussed, then look in the description and you will find them as well. Give a like to this video if you enjoyed it, and obviously give your thoughts about you know, the issues with Green Goblin, because it is a kind of a hot talking point for the community at the moment. Have people say on that forum. And just a little announcement, I'm potentially going to be dropping a day of work a week, which would be great. I'm waiting on Thursday. If I get it approved, it just means I can make more content and do more live streams. I'm very, very busy. I have a very, very busy life, and trying to kind of squeeze in so many things is coming to a point where the channel's doing as well enough to kind of allow me to take one day off a week of work. It's just really if they'll allow it. I've got such a senior position, it's hard to get that allowed, but Thursday, if it happens, then you'll see a lot more content on the channel. I'm pretty excited for it. Also, kind of shitting myself a bit if you can like get my drift from going from one very kind of solid type job to one that's very well, you know, fleeting. People can like you one minute and kind of berate you and just like give you shit the next. It's like I know it's a completely like fickle industry. So hey, you know, I've got to put a smile on my face, and I will get loads of content done if that's the case, and get loads of guides out and stuff that's going to be informative for the community, and go back to doing comic book history videos. So that's just a little update from me. So yeah, thanks, and catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.